heavens gave to me.
Yeah, Papa, Coselomiro, you are the source of my joy.
My Papa, the lovely angels, the heavens gave to me.
Yeah, Papa, Coselomiro, you are the source of my joy.
Papa Nijiki, they came for me and gave me love. Mama gave me a love and asked for nothing in return. The kind of love that is sweeter than sugar. Gave to me.
Yeah, Papa, Coselomiro, you are the source of my joy.
My Papa, the lovely angels, the heavens gave to me.
Yeah, Papa, Coselomiro, you are the source of my joy.
Yes, I am love, Papa Nijigi. They came for me and gave me love. Mama gave me a love and asked for nothing in return. The kind of love that is sweeter than sugar.
Good evening, guys. Welcome to another episode of Dear Parents. A show brought to you by Podium International TV. And as you already know, my name is Babalade Tundi, and with me in the studio today is my amazing co-host, Zainab. What's up, Zainab?
Hi, Olori. Good evening, everyone.
Hi. So, Zainab, for the longest, we've been getting questions from youth. But for the first time, a parent has decided to ask us questions. And me, I do not know the answer. So today we'll be having a guest in our midst. But before our guest joins us, I would like to introduce the topic to you. So the topic says, why are children slash youth? Why are children slash youth entitled to their parents' money? Why do they feel entitled to their parents' money even when they start working? So they sent you to school, you've gone to school, you've gone back. Now you have a job and you still feel entitled to their money. They're asking why that. Alpha. So these people are already adults now. We want freedom. So your freedom did not reach money side. So before we say anything further, I will introduce our guest to you. Our guest is someone that takes the issue of youth. She's passionate about people. She's an humanitarian. Yes, when it comes to people business, she's really passionate about people's business. So on today's show, we'll be having Titi Aboyateko, also known as Coach Stars, also known as Point Podium, also known as plenty things, but yes, we'll be having her today in our show. She will join us in the studio very soon. But before she joins us, Zainab, what do you have to say about that question?
Well, all I have to say is that the question choke. That question chokes, like literally, like it's as if the parent actually meant of like the parent you have to think too much, just give you the right question, like I need to attack these children today. They've been talking like anyhow, like we need to actually voice out at this moment. And that was like the right question to ask. I don't really want to go too much in details until like the parent comes and sheds more light. But all I have to say, and at this moment, the only reason I'm not going to support the youth on this, because not every time they're always right, we are youth, we keep learning. But the only time I'm not going to support is the fact that the word entitlement comes in. I feel like not even as a youth, as a human being, you should not be entitled to anything. You're not entitled to anybody's money. You're not entitled to anybody entitlement. I even have a problem with it. Like when people feel entitled to certain things, it is not yours. So you shouldn't feel like, oh, because I'm in this position, because I'm somebody's child, because I'm this, then I'm entitled to their money. Now that's one thing I'm not even going to support, whether you're youth or just basically as a human being. So yeah, I think from what you said, that was the only thing I could really take that was like very, like, it's just off.
Youth, it's all over. Your ambassador has left you on the highway. Your ambassador has left you people on the outside lane and has turned their back. So now you people have to come and fight for yourself because you know me now. I'm just always
I
sitting in the
do.
middle because I can't out. But the thing is, entitlement is a strong word. It's a strong word, and that's the word that the parent use. So I think it gets to a point where when children start saying, maybe I don't that gave birth to me. Maybe I don't that gave birth to me. It's
Mm.
already getting too far. I think that is when the entitlement comes in. I can't wait for our guests
Yeah.
to join me. I can't wait for because there's this question I want to ask our guests that when when do we stop enjoying because I will not say entitled. When do we stop enjoying our parents' money?
Exactly.
Do we have to really stop enjoying the money? Like it's free money. I know I'm working, but please don't you like free
No,
money?
you're right.
So because that's me now. I choose to enjoy my mother's money because I'm a small
Yeah.
girl. Please. I'm a child. I know that too. While we wait for our guests to while we wait for our guests to join, I think I would dwell a bit on what Zainab said about the being entitled and all that. So we get it. They gave birth to us. I think once your parents have once they train you to an extent where you can be independent. If you are saying, oh, okay, send me to school, buy me clothes when I'm still young, I'm a teenager and all that, we get it. But they've done all those, like they've taken you through those stages. Then you have a job. Then you now come back and start saying, but the truth is, I think it happens just here in Africa or let's say Nigeria. Because I hear my friends like my friends abroad and they say, oh, I pay light bills. And I'm like, are you not still living with your mother? How are you paying light bills? Like, what? Why are you paying light bills? Like, so you get to. So I think that children abroad, they give them this sense a bit of responsibility kind of thing and all that. But we here, I think generally, if I'm going to be honest, if I'm going to be very honest, I apologize in advance, but I think that as Africans, as Nigerians, well, we tend towards being a little too entitled to things.
Mm-hmm.
So even as children, even like to friends, like we get so entitled that when we get stuff from people that give us stuff regularly, there's this way our
Mm.
gratitude tones down. Like we do not give full gratitude again. We just say, oh, so we move from saying thank you very much to thank you to thanks. And in my head, I'm like, why are we saying thanks and all that? So we move from because we get so entitled, and now even our parents is we're disturbing our parents with that entitlement.
Mm.
My mom should be able to tell me no, and it's not a big deal. My dad should be able to say no, and it's not a big deal. I don't go back and come and
Mm-hmm.
try to guilt trip them or blackmail them and say, oh, but you gave that to me. I was in heaven. I think I will always say this because this is the time I heard my cousin say this thing. I can never forget it. So she asked, she's a teenager. She asked her mom for something and she said no. And she's like, but you know, I was in heaven with God when you said I should come, Shady. She didn't know I was in heaven with God, and I'm like, calm down, it's not
Mm,
that deep, and all that. So when we start to guilt shape them and say, oh, eh, I'm your child, but I'm when they say no, is no, especially when we're working. We get the fact that
mm,
we get the fact that there are times that we would get broke and we would need their assistance. It's normal. Let's play out the way the economy is now. There are times that we would actually really get broke and we would need to fall on our parents for assistance. So yes, guys, I told you that we have an amazing guest here. So yep, a round of applause for Queen Podium, please. So ma, good afternoon, ma. Welcome to today's show.
Good afternoon, Zainab. Good afternoon, Adekumbi. Good
Good
afternoon,
afternoon.
everybody. Thank you for
Good
having me.
afternoon. Thank you
you're
for honoring our
welcome.
invite, ma'am.
Yeah.
So ma, today's topic. So before I say anything, you, this our guest.
Mm.
She she does not break table. She she shatters table. She burns table. So let's just calm down a bit. So my today's topic says why are children slash youth? Why do they feel entitled to their parents' money even when they started working? So why do you think? But do you think they're actually entitled? Do you think you have children? It might just be a question that maybe it's just a question. And then what do you
Mm.
think? Maybe we're not even entitled like that. So
Not
what do you
all
think we're
kids are, not all
entitled?
children are entitled. I think that word is
Okay.
just like it's too much, it's too big. Not everyone is entitled.
So
And I
let's hear
want to
from
say
the
one thing: we're
parents.
not scared, though. The youth are not scared. We're not backing down as well. Period.
But before you say anything, youth, let me remind you that your ambassador just recently abandoned you and said that you people are not right today. I don't understand what you're saying now.
Mm.
So ma, over to you, ma.
Thank you very much, Adekumbi. Now, let me break something down. Entitled and feeling entitled, to be entitled and to be feeling entitled, they are two different things.
Okay.
When you're entitled to something, it, you have a right to that thing. That's the dictionary meaning of entitled to that thing.
Mm.
When you are feeling entitled, that's the one that's distasteful. When you are feeling entitled means you don't necessarily have a right to that thing, but you are still
Mm.
feeling like the world should revolve around you. That thing should be yours regardless. That is the feeling of entitlement. That's the one that's a no-no for us as parents. Because really and truly, what we owe you is to birth you into the world, take care of you, nurture you, teach you in the way of the Lord, and give you education, put food on the table, clothes on your back, and roof over your head. Anything outside of that, you're not entitled to it. Oh. And what I'm saying is, at that time that we're even doing it, that you are entitled to it, you are underage. By the time you are of age, 18 years old, the moment you start to tell us that I'm an adult, I can do this, then adults know how to get their lives together. If you're an adult, yes. If you're an adult and you're a young, we'll call you young adults, and you are working, be it part time, full time. It doesn't matter that you're still in uni. If you're still in uni, we're paying. We're paying for your school. We're paying your school fees. If you're in uni in the UK, you're getting a loan to pay if we can't afford it. The government will pay. And then when you start working, you pay back. But if you're in uni in Nigeria or Africa or where parents will still do everything for you, we will take care of you. But Oga, the moment you have your side hustle or your small business, that gives you the right to tell us, I'm not a kid, I'm an adult. Then why turn around and say, you haven't given me my allowance? Excuse you. Which allowance? We are both adults, remember? We cohabit. We both live in this house together. I still pay the bills. That makes me the bigger adult. You are the smaller adult. But don't ask for my money without putting your hands behind your back and asking me nicely if I choose to part with my money that I worked for, then I will give you. I do not have to. If you're a working young adult that lives in my house, and the only reason why you're still living in my house for free is the African woman in me. Because if I was doing the British woman, the British side of me, you will pay. Because we're both adults and you're working. So if you want to know your rights, know it fully by not violating my own rights. It's okay to exercise your rights, but don't violate mine. Keep what is yours, leave what is mine for me. And if you want some of mine, because I'm related to you somehow, I happen to be your mother, then, then do it nicely. Then know how to say, Mom, please, may I have 20 pounds? May I have 50 pounds? I need to change my shoes. And if I look at it like, okay, he's probably earning 100 pounds or 200 pounds. And before I will look at, a few things that he's doing with his money. If he or she is somebody who knows how to look after their money, then I might say, here you go, 20 pounds. But if you're the type that when you get paid, you sit down and you order food from Uber Eats or whoever, and you do take away, and you don't even know that we drink water in the house, for you to even bring 2 pounds bottle of water, and then you turn around and say, but you're my mom, you're supposed to be giving me money. I'll say, oh God, you're working, you're an adult, remember? You don't even have to live under my roof. I'm only doing this because I'm an African woman. So this is my issue with children or young adults feeling entitled to our money when they are already proving to us that they are adults. Be adults fully. Don't be selective when it comes to your adulthood.
Thank you, man. Zainab, then over to you, Zainab. Over to you.
So I just feel like she's attacking us, youth. Like it's like she's coming with fire to just attack us. Like she was already prepared for
It's
this.
called bazooka because
like bullets. She came with not only bullets, but she came with nuclear weapons to tear us down.
fatality.
No, I came to speak the truth.
Yeah, you came to speak the truth, but you're like,
The truth
today,
is bitter.
I'm here for you
bad.
today.
I'm here for you, especially Zainab. Shebi, you said you're not backing down. You are there for us.
We're not backing down. I said,
we're here for you fully. We're here for you. Today is our own. It's our question. So don't help us to redefine our question.
Zainab.
Okay, well, so like I'm not redefining the question, but I just feel like from everything she said, it was more like a collective judgment. Basically, I just feel like it was collective. Like not all youth are the same, not all youth act the same. So I just feel like she's attacking a certain, aspect of youth, but they're still carrying everybody as if all youth are like the same thing, they do the same thing, we're all entitled
Oh no, so Zainab, I'm going to at this point is if the shoe fits well, she did not say all you, she just explained what it means to be entitled. So if at this point the shoe is fitting, you put your leg inside and wear it gallantly.
Thank you.
As I am here like this, and I'm an entitled young adult. God please help me. Because she said something, and if you go back to all the episodes that we've had days. Every Sunday we reminded our parents that we are adults with that day. So she said something that busted my baby. We should not be selective with being adults. So don't be an adult because you want to go out.
Mm,
Don't be an adult because you want to have a particular type of friend or do a particular type of thing. Be an adult when it comes to finances too. So
mhm,
youth, they say that if you cannot be humble, you take your two hands, you put it at the back
mm,
like this. You will put it at the back and say, Mommy, please,
mhm,
I denounce being an adult for now.
mhm.
Please assist me. And all. And when she now says no, you don't go and say, but you're my mommy. Be humble about it. You Zainab, tell your youth, be humble.
Yeah.
Don't be humble. And so now, before you join, I asked this question. I'm like, does it get to a certain stage where we stop enjoying our parents' money? Does it get to a certain stage where we stop?
Really, parents are parents. Parents will be parents for life. We really decided to start drawing lines because of you guys. There's no time in the world. I still enjoy my mother's money, even though I'm a mother and soon to be a grandmother myself. I will still go to my mom and say, Mom, if I just want her money for having sake, but I'm nice about it. I can say, mommy, you're giving your grandchildren money. Me call. She say, what's my own? Am I your grandmother? I'll say, but
Mm.
you're my mom. She'll say, we'll just throw a bit of banter. And she'll say, I take 1,000 naira. And I'll take it. Thank you. It's my mommy's money. Do you get? I can turn around and say, Mom, here's 100,000. But that 1,000 I will still collect. So there's never going to come a time where you don't enjoy your parents' support because we're your parents, we're your mothers. But you are not entitled to it. Do you get? It's a privilege once you are above 21. Let me not say 18 because 18 you're meant to still be in uni and we're supposed to look after you. I only do that to kids if they're over 18 and they're mousy. If you're over 18 and you're mousy, okay, you're going to live an adult life. Oh. You're not going to collect my money and then be mouthy about it. But there will never come a time you're going to get married. We're still going to spend our money on your wedding. You're going to move to your new home. We're still going to say, okay, let me buy your TV. You're still going to change your car. We're still going to say, this car needs service. Say, okay, take it to Delhi to service. We're always going to be mothers, parents. We're always going to be parents. But just take out when you are talking to us, learn the code. The code is never to tell your mom that I'm an adult. You're going to shortchange yourself because we're going to wait for you at the gate of adulthood. When you want to go back inside to go and be picking free food, we'll say, out, you're an adult. We'll remind you. So there's never a time where you stop. But ideally, once you start working, you stop. You're actually meant to be looking after your parents. Don't say, my mom is rich now. She doesn't need it. No, it's sweeter when it's coming from my child. Even if I have 100 million in my bank account and my child is saying, Mom, here's £10. There was a day when I was in Nigeria. I went for my brother's funeral. And I was just talking to my last child, who happens to be 18, and he does part-time work as well as studying. So I said, I'm broke. This burial took a bit of, the better part of me and blah, 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 blah. And Zainab is a witness to this. And the next thing my son did was send £20 to my account. And that felt so, and it wasn't as if that account was like low like that. Like it felt so good that, Mom, you're Alanu. You're so nice, so kind hearted. And I called him and I prayed for him. That £20 felt like £20,000. So this is what I'm saying. It's supposed to be a reciprocal giving. Give your mom £1, collect 1,000. It's okay, but don't think your parents are the ones who are meant to be doing all the time. especially when you're claiming to be an adult. Thank you.
Yeah. So before I hand over to Zainab, I want to take this quickly. I think as youth and as children, once we start getting income, we should make it an habit to appreciate our parents. It goes a long way because the truth is, even if they do not give you money, you see the prayer that they do, it goes a long, like the prayer will go a long way. I think our just has issues with the network and all that. So our prayers will go a long way and all in helping people and all in helping us. Um, was it my network or because
No, it
okay,
was.
okay. So as I said that if when we start any amount we start making, and once you just start getting my grandma used to say this that in the olden days, your first salary, you don't even touch it. Like you just take the old salary and give it to your mom, and they pick what they want and give you the rest. It might sound absurd now because all of us are trying to be woke and be Gen Z and all that, but I just know that any amount you're making, once you start getting income, any sort of income, when you start working legitimately, or you have a side also that is legitimate, and you start making income, you drop something like, oh mom, this is my salary, oh, but take this. I have to do transport and all that. Oh, I'm coming back from work. I go to the supermarket and I buy stuff and I put in the house. When you do that as a child, I don't think if you go back to ask your mom or your dad for assistance because you are broke, I don't think they would say no to you. But if you're a child that when it comes to your money is your money, but your
Mm.
parents' money is our money. If they say no, it's no. Because as children, we should learn the habit of giving too. At Agbolade
Matuluko.
Matuluko, thank you. Then I saw another message from Ayowale. Thank you, thank you. So this is so we children, youth, Zainab, welcome back. Zainab, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yes. So please tell your youth that see is back is is give and take, garbage in, garbage out. Especially when you start working. See, I've been saying that working part. They sent you to first from now you start from first to nursery to primary, secondary, university. Some of us will even go as far as doing masters under the same roof, get certifications, then we get a job and cannot even say, oh, mom, dad, take this. They will now come back when we are broke and feel entitled to their money. No, no. Then I would now direct this to the parents that even as children, we should even as parents we should start inculcating the giving habits to our children as parents, so that when they grow older, it does not become an issue.
Mm-hmm.
As parents, we should start now that okay, oh you have this, oh okay, let me use this to buy something in the house, so that we don't come back like I always the first topic we had on this show was you collected my money when I was small. Where is my money? So that we don't grow up as adults and we're asking for the money that you collected when we were little. As parents from now, we should start inculcating giving habits into children and all that. And children, if you decide that you're an adult, I know that some of you are adult, we get it. But be an adult all through. I only thank you. Adults now adults. Don't come and be an adult today that you have money. When you are broke, you're now a child. No. You with your full chest. I'm an adult. If you are broke, you adult it up. You don't do anything. Zainab, Ava, over to you.
Adult to na scam.
No, be-
Adult to na scam.
If you see that, it's not small scam. Oh. See, when I put this thing, this somebody when I put the poster, like you people did not tell us that adulthood is difficult now, so we'll come back for your money. Who told them that it was difficult? Can you
Nobody
please
told
do?
us.
Did
No
they
one
tell
told
them?
us.
Did they
We
tell
figured by
them to?
ourselves.
Ma, did
Oh
they inform
well,
you?
but that's supposed to.
People, ma, can you hear me?
Nobody told us anything.
Ah,
So,
Well,
but the thing with our own generation is completely different. You see, this generation, our own generation, we served our parents and we're even serving the children. We got the two sides of the sword.
I
Because
agree.
your own generation, your parents served you, like we're looking after you. Hopefully, you will look after your children. You will not even expect your children to come and look after you.
teachers,
Ma, why would you
hopefully.
say hopefully?
What
Yes,
do you mean hopefully?
because Gen Z,
Ma, hopefully is a lot.
Gen Z, just Oluwawa for Gen Z. Because we looked
So,
after our parents, we served our parents. Your parents will say, go and make rice, go and make this. But with our children, we make it for them. Up to a certain stage, they'll say, they're children. Although my own children, they can cook. Not all of them, but most of them. So nobody told us what adulthood would be like, but they trained us, they prepared us for the future. I remember my mother slapping the back of my neck just to be able to, just because I did not know how to make amala. My mom would say, hey, there will come a day where nobody will cook for you and you will starve if you don't know how to cook. I knew how to cook everything. I didn't even like amala anyway, but she still made sure. Do you understand? So nobody will prepare you for, oh, this is exactly what's going to happen. But we're preparing you. Are you saying we didn't prepare you for giving? Did you not see us giving our own parents money? My mom is not a pauper. She's a businesswoman. But from when I was 20 years old, I got to this UK at that age. And from age 20, I gave my mother allowance every month till today. I looked after my mother. I even took care of my grandmother. From age 20, you guys are over 20. You're in your late 20s, even some of you are in your early 30s, and you still don't want to be responsible for your parents. You still think they have car now, they have money now. Why should I give up my own? You don't give because you have in abundance. You give because it's you have family values. You know that you have to look after your parents. You know why? They're going to start getting old. You will not know. You look at your mother one day and she's aged. But if you inculcate the habit of looking after her from now, she'll grow old in your arms. And if one day we're going to leave you guys and go, the moment we finally leave you and go, you will know, you have peace in your heart that you were a good child. You looked after your parents. We're not saying all of this because we don't like you. We love you. We don't have a choice. We love you. We gave birth to you. But we still want you. The Bible says, spare the rod and spoil the child. We still want you to turn out well, to be good parents to your own children too. So giving is a good habit. Learn how to give and don't be entitled to somebody's money. If even your friends, if you ask somebody for something that you even know they have and they say no, don't be upset. It's not yours. They don't have to give it to you. They don't owe it to you to fend for you. Just know that, okay, just respect their decision. They might have their own reasons. They don't even have to explain the reasons to you. The feeling of entitlement is the thing that I don't like in any human. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Zainab, can I put it?
So, like I said, the fact that the entitlement thing has already been established, I don't think it's anything to even like argue about. Like you already know my stand on it, even as a human being, as a person, not even as a youth now. I already spoke about where I stand in it. So I think that fact has already been established. Like no child, no human being should even feel like entitled to anybody's anything, not even money, even as good as pen or pencil. Like children should be taught from young age to not be taught to feel entitled to anything that is not theirs. You get. So I think that fact has already been established. But what I just want to say is that no matter what, let's leave. Like I don't want to talk about the entitlement because talking about it is the same thing and the same thing over again. We get the point now. Thank you so much. We get the point. We get the drift. So I think what I just want to say and what Olori mentioned was that children will always feel like, oh, I don't want to use the word always feel like, because she already explained that, feeling like you should get something is entitlement. So I want to say that children always because there were parents I should enjoy your money, that kind of thing. So even if my mom doesn't give me, I understand why she's not able to give me at that moment. But sometimes I know she has it and she gives us and everything. So I'm just like, oh yeah, she's my mom, so my mom is supposed to spoil me and all of that. So even when I feel like even as even when I get to be a parent as well, I feel like I want to spoil my children. Obviously, it's not everything you give them, just to teach them certain things, let them learn certain things. But there's sometimes that you want to spoil your children, but that thing is there. That thing that they're always thinking, oh, because you are my mom, you should give me this. That's not right. It's already been established that that's not right. I just there's some people that it's a common known to them. That some youth. Let me focus on youth because we're talking about youth now. So it's a thing to them that, oh, and because I'm you're watching me now, I'm telling you're like, oh, because you're my mom, because he's my dad, you are supposed to give me this. No, that's not right. we already established that is not right. That should not even be in your mind as a human being to feel entitled to anybody's thing. But obviously, maybe let me say to you back to get your to feel and I want to just what is the word in English? Just to you're my mom now, like she said, her mom and everything, the relationship she has with her mom, even if her mom gives her 1,000 naira and all of that, the whole scenario. So that's for me thing, you're my mom, you're my dad, I don't even know, because I can't relate to that thing of feeling entitled to that, because I as a person, I don't even know how to ask people for anything. I just and I feel there are some youths out there that feel exactly the same. I don't know how to say, oh, not even parents, as the person, even my friend, I don't know how to ask, oh, they should give me something, or because I feel entitled to it. And I just want to say that not all youth are like that. And those youth that are like that, I feel like you guys need, not even I feel like you guys need to change. I'm supposed to be on your side, but see today's topic now that they're against us because of this entitlement thing that they don't want to remove from the topic, feeling entitled and everything. But if we remove that, I don't want it to look like, oh, it's a collective thing. Not all children are like that. Not all children feel entitled to their parents' money or anything, but it's just as a sign of, oh, they're my parents, let me just enjoy. Because I feel like everything parents are doing right now, we get to do the same for our children as well. Because once we also grow old, once we also have kids, obviously we want to spoil our kids, we want to give them the basic things of life and everything. So we get to do all those things that parents used to complain about. I'm tired of, I just feel like, see, it is your time to do it now. Because once I grow, I have my own kids, I get to do that as well. I don't have a choice. She says, she doesn't have a choice but to love her children. I would not have a choice but to love my kids. And whenever my kids ask me for anything, by God's grace, I'll be able to provide. I will give them, I don't even want to, I would give my kids anything just so that, they don't go outside to look outside and be like, oh, other kids have it and I don't have it because my parents don't want to give me. I don't know. I don't have that, if I have, I'm going to give. Obviously, I'm going to also instill in them, what she said about entitlement, not feeling entitled to anybody's anything as a human being, not even as a child. So yeah, I feel like that's my stand on it. I still get to enjoy my parents' money, even if I'm 30, I can rely on my parents as well. So, I can't even relate, but that's my own like view on the topic. So let's just remove that entitlement thing, because now it feels like we're being attacked. We are being, it feels like a lecture. See, I was just looking like, it feels like you are lecturing us. Let us defend ourselves. Yeah. So that's like my view on the topic, removing the entitlement. I feel like children are meant to enjoy their parents' money, enjoy everything, take care of them, because you get to do the same thing when you are that age. I get to do the same thing. I get to take care of my kids. But when you are
Ma, did you
working,
did you notice Zainab trying to go round and round?
Ah,
As in, I need to
maneuvering.
understand what Zainab is doing. No, okay, you
She
want us to
wants her
remove
mommy's
entitlement,
money.
then you not
She
you
wants
you
her
even said
mommy's
more
money.
Yoruba.
She
I know
wants to
more.
spend her mommy's money. But
yes,
she's
like if
but
I
she
get to
still
enjoy
wants to
my
be able
parents'
to enjoy
money,
her mommy's money. But please help me to ask her, how many times does she come back home? Because let's leave entitlement. Let's leave the word entitlement. Let us use the word mindfulness.
Okay.
How many times have you come back home with your, even let's just say you have 20,000 naira? How many times have you handed 10,000 naira to your mom?
oh well, it's not about giving cash. It's about what you do in the household. It's about what you do. It's about that. Like, if that's what we're saying, there have been times that, like she said, you cannot even come home with 2 pounds water. Like, I don't want to be discussing that on TV, but you don't know what, some children also do, like in their own houses,
I
even
don't
without
know.
giving.
I'm just saying they ought to be doing. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be a give and take thing. I don't know. I'm not talking to any particular child or any particular youth. I'm not talking to any particular home. I'm not using anybody as an example. I'm just saying what is supposed to be the norm. Like a child, the Yoruba will say, "Ara oko to fe je bread, a fi iṣu ránṣẹ́ sílé." Like if you're a farmer and you want to eat bread from the city because you don't have a bakery in the farm, so you will
Okay.
send yam to them at home and they will send bread to you. So if you want to sometimes enjoy your mom's money, it's okay. We don't mind. We love it. We work because of you guys. But remember to look after us out of your own, because a lot of young people, they like to keep their money as my money. They will say it's not enough. Oh, they'll say, my salary is not enough. By
Shit.
the time I pay that,
Shit.
my money. But once you do my money, we also know how to do my money. So if you know that you want to be able to enjoy freely what belongs to your mother, please learn to look after them too. I would cite an example. My daughter, she's a giver naturally. She was way younger when she just graduated. The first salary she earned, she bought me a pair of 18 karat gold earrings. So my daughter walks into my bedroom freely and pick my designer bags. And I will say, Kovo, leave me. Leave my bag alone. She'll say, what? It's everything you have is my own. Your bag is mine. You only have one daughter. So what is your problem? I'll just keep quiet because kò ń ṣerú ọmọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Yeah.
Do you get? She would just bless you. She would just buy you the latest Yves Saint Laurent perfume. So tell me, if she picks 20 pounds sell from your table, are you going to kill her because of that? Or are you going to even shade her? No. Because for her to even say, Mom, can you just loan me 50 pounds? You know that, my daughter is broke. Because when she has her own, she'll look after her brother. She'll shop, fill the freezer up. And when she doesn't have, she's still coming back to mom. Then that's the way you will run that home like that with that kind of child. Like my purse is open when you need it. Because I know that your own is always open for me. I'm only trying to tell young ones, not that I'm experiencing selfish children. No, I'm only trying to educate. We're trying to educate ourselves here that some children will know their money, will not be able to start with 1,000 naira. Yet they expect mom to cover their shame when they need 10K. Why? How?
Mm.
They're not even going to say loan me. Oh. Okay, look at this. They're not even going to come to you and say loan me. When I get paid, I'll give you that 10K back. They say, mommy, please give
Give me.
me. So your salary that you're going to collect on Friday, what will happen to it?
Mm.
And you are working. So learn to say loan me. That feeling that I have to give. Because you don't give. If we continue, we'll just take the whole time. I think we're running out of
No,
time.
no,
No.
what she's actually saying is very true. Like there are some youth that actually act that way. There was one time I was having a discussion with a youth and I asked the question. I was like, oh, so what now? Like if you get like if you're rich or like you're rich and you've left your parents' house, you have your own house and everything, you have your own family and everything. So like the first money that you get, what would you use it to do basically? And she was like, I'm going to spoil myself, I'm going to take myself to the nicest places and all. I was like, so what about like your parents, because it's normal for like I don't know about other culture, but in Yoruba land, the first salary you get, you give your parents or
Yeah.
basically, yes. So when I asked her, and she was like, she's going to enjoy herself. She's going to. I'm like, so what about like your friends? She was like, I came to this life to enjoy. I don't come and suffer for anybody. I'm like, I
Um,
was shocked. I was literally shocked. Like, what? Like, okay. I had to rethink. Like, what was that? So, like, what she actually said is true. There's so many youths that are, like so selfish. Because I see that as selfishness. Like, just one thing you can't even do. Like, that's just so selfish. And yeah, so I really, really, reason with that.
So, guys, we would see this topic is not a topic we even want to drop because now, even as the host says, this youth, you're already annoying me with this your behavior. All I want is that I hope you're listening to your ambassador because she's being very sincere today. And to Queen Ma'am, I would like to say a big thank you that in everything you were not judgmental, you were just pointing the facts. And that's what we need. We do not need judgmental parents. We need parents that will tell you the truth the way it is without judging you. So youth, it will do you a favor and do the whole world at large a favor if you decide and you decide to change. As people, you do not have any right to feel entitled to anybody's stuff. That's as human beings. Then as children towards your parents, once they've provided the normal things that should be provided, you see that feeling entitled to continue eating their money or chopping their money or what's the next word? You're still one eh? You do not have that right. So if you now know that you want to enjoy it, Queen gave us an act. She gave us the code. She says give and take. For a child that knows how to constantly give, you will be able to collect when it's time, when you go broke. But when your money
Mm.
is your money and your parents' money wants to become our money, you'll be on your own. Like, that's we go to Lapo and go and collect money because your parents will not they will not give you. So that's just on a lighter note. I would advise that we should learn to start giving our parents. I said it before. Once we start making income, see, I don't think you would say, oh, my salary is just 20,000. If I give my mom 5K, she will not appreciate it. See, if your mom has
Mm.
all the money in the world, that's your 5K
mm,
would seem like lottery to her. That
Mm.
5,000 naira would seem like lottery to her. So do not start little because you that can give when you have little, you're the one that will give when you have more. But you see, you're waiting that let me have big money before I can give my parents. When you have that big money, you will not give them anything. That is the
Mm.
truth. That's just the thing. Once you have now, you give now. You're training yourself because when you have that big money, because we always want to get richer. So let's say, oh, now you earn thousands, and you say, ah, no, it's too small. When you start earning millions, that thousands will be too small again for you to give them. So please, The truth is, our parents, I will not even lie, education is important, and most of us have gotten this education for free from our parents.
Mm,
Some youth in our own generation had to send themselves to school, maybe because they are orphans
mm,
or because they did not get people to train them. But as for we that got privileged and we got people to train us, it would be
mm,
an abnormality that we ignore those people that trained us because we think they have money than us. So you
mm.
stop being entitled. Give to your parents, and trust me, giving back to you will not be a big deal. So guys, we have come to an end. We have come to the end of today's show. Ma Queen Podium, we say a very big thank you for honoring our invitation on a very short notice.
Thank
You
you.
know, you know. So my thank you so much for turning up at the studio, and to my amazing co-host Zainab, an ambassador for you. Thank you very much for always making sure that week in, week out, we send the right messages to the youth. And we hope that we all change and this world becomes a better place for us. My name is Babala Dekumbi, and you know where to find us. YouTube at Podium International TV on YouTube. You don't just go there to watch our content and walk away. You watch, you subscribe, you like, and you comment. Then you now take a further step and share to your friends, because this knowledge is not for just you. So, guys, see you next week Sunday by 4 p.m. Nigerian time and 3 p.m. UK time. Bye, and have an amazing day. Bye. Yeah.
Mama, Papa, the lovely angels the heavens gave to me.
Yeah, Papa, Coselo Miro, you are the source of my joy.
Mama, Papa, the lovely angels the heavens gave to me.
Yeah, Papa, Coselo Miro, you are the source of my joy.
Ah, Shani Murao, Papa Nijiki. They came for me and gave me love. Mama gave me a love and asked for nothing greater. The kind of love that is sweeter than sugar.
La 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 la, sweetest, modest love. La 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 la, sweetest, modest love. La 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 la, sweetest, modest love.
Mama, Papa, the lovely angels the heavens gave to me.
Yeah, Papa, Coselo Miro, you are the source of my joy.
Mama, Papa, the lovely angels the heavens gave to me.
Yeah, Papa, Coselo Miro, you are the source of my joy.
Ah, Shani Murao, Papa Nijiki.